this is another
Ooh,
game topic. The
ooh, I like it.
Last of Us season 2 cast. So Last of Us, the first season was pretty good. I didn't love it like most people. I'm like, I'd rather play the games. Um, we-
Which is weird because you're a big fan
I'm a big
of.
fan of The Last of Us. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
it's
okay.
my number one game of all time. Like I really like this game. I even bought The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, which came out recently. Even though a lot of people are like, why would you buy that? It's only a 3-year-old game. Well, you know what? I like having it sit next to my PS5 version of The Last of Us. Okay. Let me spend my $60 on what I want to spend. Okay. If you can spend money to go see Five Nights at Freddy's, that's your choice.
See, if you can go see Disney movies, you can go
Ye-
see that movie
yeah,
or that TV show.
no one's judging but you. But yeah, the cast that they came out for have you got a chance to check out the cast for the second
See,
season?
I did not look, but I do know that the first season was pretty star-studded in terms of, and I think, did somebody win an award? Didn't they win an award at one of the, uh,
Um,
uh didn't the
I think
supporting actress win an award? I
I
thought.
think so. I didn't pay attention to the global awards or any of that type of stuff. I don't. Global awards are iffy to me. I'm waiting for the Oscars. That's where I pay
I
attention.
thought, didn't they just have the Oscars?
No, the Oscars happen in March. Which
Oh,
stick around if you guys want to be part of that channel more. Stick around till subscribe because in March
oh,
we're gonna do a live stream of the Oscars. So if you
see, it could have been the Golden Globes that I was
yeah,
watching.
you're thinking of the Golden Globes. That's yeah. I know who you're talking about. I forget the name. But so but they season 2 of The Last of Us is going to be interesting because they're going to split the second game into 2 seasons. So it's like, okay, what are they going to so they I'm not going to spoil the second game. I have you know the outcome in the second game, do you?
It's really interesting. I've never played them at all,
You never
but I
played any
watched the TV.
you watched the
No,
TV show.
but I watched the TV show,
I'm
and so
curious,
I don't know what's coming in the
what
second.
what is like what would you rate this first season? Out of like a 10, like 1 to 10.
See, here's the thing. I don't know anything about the game, so I think I would be more in tune to make it higher. I
Okay.
think I would probably give it like a 7.5 to 8. I
I
thought it
actually
was,
okay, I gave it a B plus. So we're in the same range. Like even
yeah, I thought it was entertaining.
yeah,
I really did. And oh gosh, why am I drawing a blank on his name? I don't know why
Pedro
I'm having
Pascal.
such a. Thank you.
Yeah,
He is excellent. I
he's
think
really good.
he shows a lot of depth in his ability to play different characters.
It's just
So
it comes down to the writing really. That like for a zombie show, there weren't very many zombies, and like there's definitely bits where they felt rush. Like
there were more zombies than The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead
what
turned
do you
into
mean?
like.
The Walking Dead had way more zombies.
I'm just kidding. It was a joke. The
Oh,
Walking
okay,
Dead has turned into like
it's
everybody being like
it.
drama.
Yeah, The Walking
Stab
Dead
this person in the
is trying to
back.
do its own like Avengers Endgame. There's talks of like all these spin-off shows that they're doing now since the main show is done. They want to all come it together, and so it comes to one season where it's like the Avengers
See,
Endgame.
doing too much, doing too
Yeah,
much.
unfor
I used to love The Walking Dead, and then it was like I used to watch it every. I think it was Wednesday night at 9.
oh yeah,
Don't quote me on that. I think it was 9, and it was great. And
it
on
was.
AMC, you
I
get your
started losing interest
popcorn.
when Rick left the show.
Yeah, I didn't. I lost interest really after the mom passed away, and then Carl got shot in the
I
eye or
hate
whatever.
Lori. I don't like her at all. Which, by the way, guys, we are doing a watch series on the channel with Cliff. We're at The Walking Dead. We have 3 episodes. Well, when this podcast goes up, we have 4 episodes. We're starting from season 1 all the way. We're gonna watch it all the way through. So,
Oh
but
my goodness, I will be praying for you because I don't know how you
I mean
can do it.
I've seen it before. I he hasn't really he's seen the first season, but he hasn't seen anything after that. And I've always wanted to rewatch it from the beginning. So it's fun. It's been fun so far. Um
Yeah.
but people don't like when you say at least one negative thing. If you say one like people are like, "Oh, yeah, I'm glad that you're watching this." But then you say one negative thing, it's like, "Ah, fuck you." It's like, "Oh, sorry."
There's the one F word that you can use for the
Yes,
T or for the
it's PG-13.
before we.
I only get one
Oh
F-bomb.
my goodness.
But
I have to be careful. I'm gonna say I'll let you reserve the rights for those.
yeah,
So
I understand if you can't say it. But
yeah.
trying to revert back to the casting. The casting is really seems very good. They got the girl from Booksmart. I don't know if you know the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
Okay.
let me look. Caitlin Dever. I think that's a Dever.
Is it divert? Yeah, okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
know who you're talking about.
she's
That's an
playing.
interesting casting.
Yeah, she's playing the role for Abby, who is a huge part role in the second game. Again, I won't
Is
get
that the
into.
one a lot of people don't like? Or that
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
ah
Yeah.
well, you
Uh,
know what? I like her, so maybe
yeah.
she'll make the character more
Well,
likable.
the thing is,
Could be
I'm
good.
like, I'm looking at this actress, and like I've seen her in other things, but I'm like, Abby's a big buff character in the game, so it's like, is she gonna really, is she gonna buff up, or are they gonna do a thing where they're gonna split again, they're gonna split the game into two different seasons? Are they gonna use season two a way to make people like Abby and
Ooh.
next build it up into the technically the second game into the third season. I think that's what they're gonna want to do, and also save Pedro Pascal for another season. And so
I mean, they would be smart to do so. I mean, Pedro Pascal has been in some really good stuff.
yeah,
And so I know we're going to talk about Mando here later, but no, I think there's definitely potential. I think she's a great actress and she'll do a good job. I think the hard part is getting people's stigma of not liking or disliking a character and then making them like her. That's the problem that you're going to have right there.
yeah. So
So,
like that's one thing that people said a lot. It's like they should have really had a game before The Last of Us 2 to have us care for Abby, but the first scene that we saw her with, it's like, no, I don't like you. And
is that the one? Is that the one where she kills a major character?
yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. That's spoilers.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I'm not going to spoil anything, but I
But
do know that.
yeah, okay, you do
So,
know that. Yeah, so
yeah.
I feel like they want to draw that point out. They want to draw that as much as they can out for multiple reasons.
Well, here's the thing though. That builds rise into because there's two ways to get people to buy in. They love the main character or they hate the antagonist.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get people in. So,
And it'll build something new for the people that that have played the games. Like it'll keep people
see,
hooked. But if they go with
I
like
agree.
the beat by beat, like, oh, this is how the game went, we're gonna keep it like that. And it's just like, well, then you're gonna lose it. You're gonna have people that played the game that didn't like it and lose interest in watching the show.
And that's the thing is you have to build interest into these shows. I think a lot of the times what happens is we create characters of what we want in our head.
Yeah.
And the problem is that that's not always the way that that works. And
Uh,
so I think sometimes we have, I want to say struggles, but people struggle with I don't know,
Not
people
like
struggle
taking
with these
risks.
characters.
Taking risks.
Yes. Well, because they've preconditioned themselves to like a character a certain way.
Yeah.
And then when the character comes in, um,
It's
yeah,
not like with the way the outcome happens, I don't have a problem with. I have the problem with the believability. And it comes down to the writing. And it's like if you have to have prison, you have to have like you have to believe like, oh, these characters figured out where this person is. You got to figure out like, okay, I got to buy this character, giving out a character's name for this character to know like, oh, that's that character, so then I got to go for that character. There's so many different reasons behind it. So it really comes down to the writing, and the second game really comes like really feels like a shock factor than a suspense. So like there's a lot of moments like, oh, gotcha type of deal, instead of building it up to be something. So I'm hoping
well,
that they build it up to something instead of being a shock factor and have more zombies. So
I mean, part of the whole show is the zombies.
yeah,
So it makes sense that they would put more zombies in the zombie show. Or well, at least I hope. I mean, if not, that's like having a Star Wars movie without Star Wars characters. So
Yeah.
that would be
Well,
very interesting.
and so we have cast members also for other major characters for like Jesse, their who the person they cast is young Mazzino. I think I've heard of him. I don't know how to say his last name, to be honest. Um, I don't know what I've seen him from, but he has a familiar face. And next, Dina, who's a big secondary character in the second game, who's played by Isabel Merced. Again, don't know how to say last names. I don't know that much about her. I don't know if they say that much about what she's been in. Um, not from what I'm seeing. So it's an interesting cast though. But
Yeah,
they are looking at like they're casting like the younger side of people. So I think that's why I think they're going to go from like a sort of a prequel route with at least with the second game and build it up to something, which I hope they do because then that will give us more reasons to attach to the characters. And like I hope that they change some story bits and make it work and you can still have the same game as it is, but have the second season be completely different and lead up to the second game.
yeah. I mean,
And it'll give you more
I
time.
could see it. That would be so much better.
Yeah.
You're
And,
right.
and it
So
and they will give it more time for Naughty Dog to work on the third game. So then you have more seasons with the third game that comes out. At least that's how I hope. It's been a bit since it's only been 3 years. I'm assuming before season three comes out, we'll have the third game. I would assume so because that's like it's a big like this show is doing really well. The Last of Us is huge right now, so I feel like they want to keep that train going. Because we're not going to get the second season until next year. They're not going to start filming until like
really,
late this year, and so I would assume that we won't get the third game until I'd like to say 27, 26 before PS6 comes out.
oh, okay. Wait, when is that?
When's what? PS6? I would assume that
Yeah.
the PS6 will come out 27, 28, because it's usually like a console lifespan is like 7 to 8 years. So I would assume that we would get the third game on the new PS5 console, the next gen console before the next gen. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see the full-on podcast, I'll leave a link in the description below. And you guys can also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you guys want to, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the topics as well. So leave a comment on it. And if you guys are new to the channel and you guys enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button because we have a lot of other stuff on the channel. As a reminder, this is a monthly upload on the Big Talk with Austin. And this will also give you guys the opportunity to submit some topics to us that happen throughout the month. So if you guys want to do that, go check me on Twitter and follow me there. Tag me whenever something interesting pops up that is movie reviews, movie TV shows, any like pop culture related type of stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.